Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be sharing with you my 3 tips for keeping your hair nice and healthy in the pool, in the ocean, in the sun, on the beach, wherever you may be this summer. So before we begin, don't forget to like this video and subscribe down below. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, and let's just jump right in. It's been really windy here today. We're having like a windstorm or something, so if you can hear a ruckus outside behind me, I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do about it. I'll try to like lower the background volume if I can, but if you can hear it, I'm really sorry. Also, when you guys are watching this, this will be my 2nd week away from home. I'm still on vacation, so I would have been on the beach tons by now, and my hair is probably already looking dry and feeling the effects of the water. So I'll definitely be using these tips while I'm away, and I'm hoping that these will help you guys for the rest of the summer as well. Okay, so obviously when you're going swimming in the ocean or in the pool, whether you're in saltwater or chlorine, both of those things can be extremely drying and damaging to the hair. And if you're doing it every day and then having to go home and wash that out, your hair is going to be super stripped and dry. It's really not having any time to produce its own oils and absorb them, and that's basically what I'll be dealing with right now. For sure, my hair is super dry because where I am, I go swimming on the beach, and then I definitely have to come home and wash my hair in the evening. So these are kind of the things that I'll be doing to kind of combat that. The first tip, which is the most important one, is masks. Doing masks literally almost every day is what is going to help your hair just thrive. Again, if you're only going to the beach once or twice a week or going to the pool a couple times a week, like, you definitely don't need to do masks every day. But if you're going to be on the beach or out in the pool every day like I am this summer, then you should definitely try to include into your routine. When I say masks, I don't mean like an egg mask or an avocado mask or anything like that. You definitely want to use some sort of oil or butter. Shea butter is definitely my favorite one for the summertime because it's high in vitamins A and E, so it's really thick and really hydrating for the hair and scalp. It's also got a low amount of SPF, so it's actually going to protect your hair and scalp from the sun, and it'll help to prevent sunburn on your scalp. The best way to do it is to mix it with some coconut oil or grapeseed oil or whatever oil you like. You guys can check out my Shea Butter hair mask video. It's like the DIY hydrating hair mask video that I just did recently, but you can check that out for like the way that I like to do it. But basically just applying a little bit of that through your ends and a little bit on your scalp before going to the beach or going to the pool will really help to protect your hair from the sun, as well as it'll prevent your hair from being able to absorb as much of the water as it normally would. So putting that on top will kind of help seal the cuticle, coat the hair to prevent any of the extra salt from getting in. Of course, your hair will still absorb some of it, but it will be a lot more conditioned and protected than it would be if you didn't put anything in it. Also, as I talked about in my last video, I did bring my Herbal hair mask with me from the Innate Life on vacation, and that's a really liquidy oil treatment, so I like to put some of that in my hair before I go to the beach. And again, I'll just put some through the lengths of my hair, a little bit on my scalp, and throw it in a braid or 2 braids or a bun or whatever I'm doing with my hair that day, and kind of just let it soak in all day. That has the same idea. It will prevent my hair from being able to soak in as much of the water as it normally would, and it'll keep my hair nice and hydrated and smelling nice while I'm on the beach. My second tip for keeping your hair healthy on the beach is protective styles. You guys, I know I talk about this literally all the time, even in the winter, but right now on the beach it's like super important, especially because you're going to be in the wind. It's going to be really tangled, especially when you're going in the water. This is a really good tip if you have long hair like I do, because I love going swimming and leaving my hair down because I like to just let it be loose. It makes me feel like a mermaid, and I just love the way it feels. I don't know, that's just me. But it's really bad for my hair, and afterwards, like, good luck brushing it out. So I've had to say goodbye to that luxury and literally just keep my hair in braids when I go swimming. What I like to do is before I go to the beach, like I mentioned with the previous tip, I will put some sort of oil or mask in my hair first and then throw it in some kind of braid. Usually it's a French braid or a Dutch braid, just so it keeps everything back. Or I'll do 2 Dutch braids because they're so cute, and honestly they keep your hair protected. That way when I go swimming, my hair is all wrapped together and it's nice and tight, so it doesn't come loose and go crazy. Even if it's in a ponytail, for me, the majority of my hair is out and like loose and doing whatever it wants, so it'll still be all matted. And if it's in a bun, once it's wet, it definitely won't stay on top of my head. So for me, braids work the best. Braids will prevent tangles, will prevent damage from the wind, and will prevent just friction from it rubbing on your towel, rubbing on itself in the water, and rubbing on your back while you're walking around on the beach all day. I know when I'm out and sweating, like the nape of my neck, like right, all these like little tiny hairs get so matted, like Sometimes I'm like, I'm honestly just gonna give myself an undercut because there's no way I'll be able to brush that out after coming home from the beach. So protective styles are definitely something that you want to consider, and again, they look really cute, so who doesn't want to have a really pretty mermaid French braid on the beach? My final tip, and probably the most underrated one, is to use the showers that are there on the beach. They put those showers there for a reason, you guys. I know most people use it just to wash the salt and sand off their body, but it's really good for your hair too. So the way I like to use these is when I'm leaving the beach, before I go home, I will go and rinse my hair out first there. You can bring your shampoo and conditioner to the beach if you want. If you want to just wash your hair outside, like, that's fine too. Lots of people do that, but I like to do that in private because I don't like, I don't know, it just makes me feel like exposed. So I just like to go rinse my hair, try to get as much salt out as I can, wring it out, and then I'll put a little bit of my conditioner in there, or like a deep conditioning product, whether that be another oil or something that I was using earlier in the day, or my literal conditioner. I might just bring some and put that in my hair. This allows your hair to get a head start on the deep conditioning. It's also going to make it way easier to detangle when you get home before you get in the shower, because when I come home from the beach, especially if I didn't leave my hair in a braid, there's no way I'll be able to brush it out before I get in the shower. So I'll have to brush my hair while it's wet. This way, if I just let my hair absorb some of that conditioner, put it up in a bun or something, and let it air dry for maybe half an hour to an hour before I actually get in the shower when I go home, I can actually detangle it really gently before I get in, and then afterwards, when it's dry after the shower, then I can brush it properly. I wouldn't really consider this like an extra tip, but because it kind of goes with like the other three that I mentioned already, but bringing your detangler and a wide tooth comb to the beach is actually super helpful, because sometimes when I'm on the beach I really want to rebraid my hair, because obviously once I've gone swimming it gets all fattened up and it's loose and pieces are falling out. So sometimes I really just want to tighten it up or do a different style, or just take it out and leave it, because I know for the rest of the night I'm not going to be going swimming, so I just want to take it out and let it air dry. This way I can actually just take my hair out of the braids, spray some of my detangler in it, and really gently work through it. So again, by the time I get home and I'm actually ready to wash my hair for real, I don't have to worry about ripping through it with a brush afterwards. And just some side tips as well. When you're going to be on vacation, going to the beach constantly or going to the pool, really take that time to not use heat on your hair. Just don't, like when I was younger, when I used to go visit my grandparents, I'd spend all day on the beach, come home, wash my hair, and then blow dry it every night. And my hair was just like straw when I'd come home. So really try to avoid any extra heat. Just let your hair be a natural texture. I feel like beach air and pool air on your hair, just leave it with like the nicest waves and like natural texture. So embrace it and just go all natural in the summer. I think it's the best for your hair, and it's also so stunning. So embrace your natural hair texture. I know it's hard sometimes, but your hair will thank you for it. I hope these tips were helpful, you guys. I love you all so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!